Sarah, I love you and I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Will you marry me?
Oh, my God. This isn't really happening, is it? I feel like this is a dream or something. Yes, yes, I will marry you. Oh, thank you so much, Kenneth. I have been waiting for this day for so long. I'm gonna treasure this moment forever.
I really don't know what to say right now. I can't believe you said yes. I should be the one thanking you. I promise that I'm gonna make you the happiest woman in the world. Thanks so much for accepting me. Let's start planning out our wedding together. I know that you've always had a dream wedding in mind. I'm gonna do everything I can to make your dream wedding come true. I know how much it means to you.
Oh, I still haven't managed to completely process what happened yet. This is the best day of my life. Yes, let's definitely plan out the wedding. I want to do it together with you, though. It's your wedding as well, after all. Let's make it a really special day for the both of us. I'm already looking forward to it so much.
Yeah, I still haven't managed to process this either. It's like I'm still in a dream. My legs are still shaking from the adrenaline. Can I put this ring on your finger then?
Yes, please do. That thing is so beautiful. It's so much nicer than anything that I could ever imagine. Oh, yeah, my hands are shaking too. It might be a little difficult for you to put it on.
I'm really looking forward to our future together. I've loved you for such a long time, and I'm so relieved that this has finally happened. I was so nervous for the past few weeks over this. I'm glad that it ended in a good way.
I can imagine you were nervous. You did a good job hiding it, though. Yeah, I am looking forward to our future together, too. This entire day was fantastic, by the way. The theme park, the restaurant, were both perfect. I'm definitely going to remember this day for the rest of my life.
I'm glad that you feel that way. This is going to be in my memory forever, too. Want to go for a walk outside together? There is so much that I want to talk about.
Yeah, a walk sounds nice. I think I need to calm down a little, too. Let's go.
Yeah, some fresh air would be nice, right? Let's go.
Sis, you're the worst. Oh my God, you are so horrible. I can't believe you tried to keep this all a secret, too. I never thought you would do anything this horrible to me. I'm your sister. I can't believe you could do this to me. This is taking things way too far, even for your standards. What do you think that you're doing, stealing my boyfriend? There's absolutely no way something like this should be okay to do. You are a thief, and you should be ashamed by what you've done.
Wait, you're really confusing me, Megan. What are you talking about all of a sudden? Stole your boyfriend? I did not do something like that at all. Could you please explain to me what you're talking about? I'm pretty sure you have the wrong person, or you're misunderstanding something.
Oh, stop pretending that you don't know what I'm talking about. I know that you're guilty of doing this. You're spreading the rumor that you are marrying my boyfriend, Kenny. He's my boyfriend, you know. I really can't believe that you have the guts to do something like this. You've even posted about this on social media, too. I never thought that you were the kind of person to do this. You're gonna get into so much trouble for this. Just you wait for it. I'm gonna make sure you regret doing this so damn much.
You're really starting to confuse me now. Have you gone crazy or something? I still don't know what you're accusing me of. One thing that I can say for sure is that I haven't stolen your boyfriend at all. I would never do something like that in the first place. I don't know what you're misunderstanding. Is this about me getting married to my boyfriend, Kenneth, soon?
That's exactly what I'm angry about. I can't believe that you have the audacity to try to get married to him. He's my boyfriend, you know. You can't steal him from me like this. What you're doing is so evil and terrible. Give him back to me right now. You're so evil for even attempting to do something like this to me.
What? Give him back? What are you talking about? You really aren't making any sense at all. He proposed to me, and we've been dating, basically forever. He was never your boyfriend, and he never will be. You and Kenneth aren't seeing each other, right? What gave you this kind of idea in the first place? Are you drunk or something right now? That's definitely what it sounds like.
Did you just ask me what gave me this idea? You're the one that's crazy for asking me something like this. Are you doubting our love that we have for each other? He is the love of my life. We are destined to be together. He's the one that's meant to be with me. I decided a long time ago when I was a little girl that I was going to marry Kenny someday. It was always my dream to marry him. Then you came out of nowhere and tried to steal him from me. You're currently trying to destroy my dream I had since I was a little child. I started loving him way before you did.
I am not doing anything like that. What has gotten into you? You should read through the messages that you just sent me. Then you might realize just how insane you're sounding right now. Kenneth is my fiancé. We're getting married because we love each other. There's nowhere for you to fit in.
I'm not the insane one. It's you that's insane. I can see why you're misunderstanding this entire situation, though. You're the same age as Kenny, I give you that. You guys also spent a lot of time with each other because you always went to school together up until high school, but I am the one who promised to marry him first. We promised to marry many, many, many years ago. That's why you need to give up on marrying him. You also need to stop spreading these false rumors about your marriage with him right now. Also, stop posting pictures of you guys together on social media too. People are going to be tricked by your lie, and it's going to make this entire situation a huge mess. He is not getting married to you, after all.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Are you sure? Are we talking about the same guy here? Kenneth? You're still living with our parents right now, right? Kenneth and I are living together, very far away from where you are. This should be enough proof to show that I'm the one that's going to marry him. We've both got jobs here, and we've been living together for a while now. It's physically impossible for you and Kenneth to be dating each other. At best, you get to see each other when he goes back to see his parents during the holidays or something. That just doesn't make sense at all. So, yeah, this is either a huge misunderstanding or you're going crazy. I am leaning toward you being crazy being the actual reason. You should go get yourself checked out at the hospital if you're serious about all of this.
We have a long-distance relationship. It happens sometimes. It's more common than you would think. It really doesn't matter how many times we get to see each other. As long as we love each other, that's all that matters. Our love is so strong that it doesn't get broken even if we're living far away from each other. Kenny loves me more than you, Sarah. I know that for a fact. You really need to stop calling me crazy and realize that you're the one that's crazy. I want you to stop dating him and leave his place right now. I'm gonna take your place once you're gone.
And what makes you so convinced and confident that you're the one dating him then? Show me some proof. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't feel the same way about you at all. Also, there's absolutely no way I'm leaving this place. This is partly my house too, and I really like it here.
Well, because Kenny was always nice to me ever since I was little. He always spoiled me too. He was so kind and gentle on top of that. He even gave me whatever I wanted. All I had to do was ask him. He was always so sweet. That's more than enough proof to show that we're dating.
That's because you were such a spoiled brat since you were very young, and once you set your eye on something, you would never budge. We couldn't convince you any other way. Both Kenneth and I had a really hard time dealing with you all the time. He was only kind toward you because he didn't want you to start having a tantrum. Him being nice to you when you were little doesn't prove anything either. That all happened such a long time ago.
Well, things like this have happened more recently too, you know. Every time I went to visit there around where you guys live, Kenny asked me out on a date. We've had some wonderful times together, you know. One time, he treated me to a nice dinner and he even bought me a souvenir gift to take home to my parents. He's so sweet. Do you see what I'm talking about now? He loves me more than you. I am the one that he's gonna marry.
You were visiting this area, Megan? When was that? I didn't hear anything about this at all. Are you sure that you're not just making this up randomly?
I am not making this up at all. You just don't want to accept the reality, do you? I see him way more often than you think. It's not just during the holidays like you think it is. I actually see him pretty often. We've even been to theme parks and watched football games together on a date. This is just a clear sign that he's into me. So, yeah, I am dating him, and that's for sure. I am the girl who Kenny really loves. I am the main girl in his life. I know you are my sister, but I cannot compromise this. He is too important for me to give up. He probably doesn't see you as an important person at all, actually. If I were you, I'd just give up already.
This is the first I'm hearing about this. Kenneth never told me anything like that before. There's got to be some sort of misunderstanding, right? This just doesn't make any sense at all. He's not the kind of guy that would cheat on me like this either.
Well, he doesn't show his true side to you. I'm the one that he shows his true self to. There's absolutely no way he would tell this to you. Why would he tell you that he was actually in love with me instead of you? It wouldn't make sense at all for him to do that. You're not gonna trick me with your filthy lies. Kenny is so nice and sweet, so he probably didn't want to upset you. That's why you don't know about this.
Cheating on me with you? I am not gonna believe this at all. But I'm the one who is marrying him soon. It's official. We've already prepared everything and set out the invites too. I'm getting married to him whether you like it or not. Nothing that you say or do is gonna stop this from happening. I also want you to stop accusing him of something like this.
So you must have used some dirty tricks to get him into marrying you then? That's the only explanation for this. You must have told him something to manipulate him and force him into marrying you. I bet that he couldn't say no to you because he's so nice and caring. He's the complete opposite of you. You were always like that since we were young. You are manipulative and evil. You trick people into doing things you want. You're sly and gimmicky too. This is why I've hated you for the longest time. Everything that you do really pisses me off.
I definitely haven't manipulated or controlled him into this at all. In fact, he was the one that asked me to marry him. I also know that you don't like me that much, but I really don't know what to do about that. I've tried to be nice to you, but you never seem to want to accept me for some reason.
Wait, so you don't even realize your own slyness? That's even worse. You have a horrible personality and, oh, your looks suck too. I am a better fit for him since I have a great personality, I have beautiful looks, and I'm more than anything you could ever be. I'm also a lot younger than you too. That's always a plus too. So yeah, it means that I'm a much better woman for him overall. So for those reasons I just mentioned, please give up on marrying Kenny. You don't deserve him, as he's obviously way too good for you. And also, one more thing, please delete all the posts on your social media. All of them. I don't want people to think that you're going to be getting married to him.
You really need to calm down about this. I'm gonna go and check with Kenneth to see if any of what you're saying is true. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere if we keep on talking to each other like this after all. Kenneth, sorry to bother you so late at night. I just want to ask you a few questions. Would that be okay?
What happened? Is everything okay? I just got done with my overtime and got on the train back home. I can't talk to you over the phone, but I can send you messages.
You're going home now? It's already past 9 p.m., isn't it? You've been having to work so much overtime, haven't you? You seem really busy these days. You must be so tired.
Oh, it's not so bad. I'm just trying to put in as much work as I can now so that I can take time off for our wedding and honeymoon. I won't feel so bad taking a bunch of time off if I get the majority of my work done now, after all.
Thanks, Kenneth. I really appreciate all the hard work that you've been putting in for us.
Not a problem at all. Anything for you, of course. So, what did you need to talk to me about? What's going on?
Well, you are working so hard for our wedding and honeymoon, so I hate to bring something like this up. It's not like I'm doubting you or anything like that at all. It's just that... Have you been in touch with Megan lately by any chance? Or have you been seeing her lately in person?
I haven't seen her in person for a pretty long time now. But I do hear from her like every day, pretty much. She sends me so many messages, and I don't really know what to do about it at times. I only reply when I can, and that's not often at all, but she continues to send me messages in a row.
So you guys do kind of keep in touch then? Well, Megan told me that she is the one getting married to you, Kenneth. She texted me earlier and demanded that I give you back to her. She told me that you were gonna marry her instead of me. She said that she came to visit here several times, and every time she came, you took her out on a date. How much of what she's saying is actually true? Do you know what she's talking about at all?
A date? Is that really what she said? Wait, hold on. It's not like that at all. I wouldn't call those dates at all.
So you did do something together with her then? That part is true? Has she been troubling you in any way at all? She can be a pretty difficult person to deal with at times.
Well, I guess she can be a little troubling at times. She always lets me know when she comes to visit this area. She always sends me a list of places like theme parks and cafes that she wants to go to. She messages me like every single time, so I thought she was coming to visit with friends or something. So anyway, I replied to her just once, and I told her that I hope she had a good time over there. After I told her that, she appeared at our doorstep the next morning. It was really creepy, if I'm totally honest with you.
Wait, what? Did something like that really happen?
Yeah, she really showed up in front of me the next day. All I did was send her just one single text message. She said she took an all-night bus or something. However, I had to go to work, so I told her I couldn't see her during the day and I left for work. I completely thought that she had gone home, but when I got done with work and I stepped out of the office, she was waiting for me in front of my office. I didn't even know that she knew where I worked. I certainly have never told her about it, so she must have found out about it from someone else. Anyway, since she is my childhood friend, I asked her if she wanted to grab some dinner or something. It seemed like she had waited all day for me after all. I also didn't think that she would go home if I didn't talk and spend at least a little bit of time with her.
I'm sorry she made you go through an experience like this. I'm guessing that this day is what she is calling a date?
Well, I had no intention of going out on a date with her at all. It wasn't like that at all. She is just a childhood friend, and we just went there to eat, that was it. We all grew up together after all. I always had the role of taking care of her, so she's just like a younger sister to me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm not accusing you of anything at all. I just wanted to hear what really happened from your mouth. I don't think you're the type of person to cheat on me. I just wanted to get to the bottom of this, as Megan was saying some really crazy things to me.
Cheat on you? This really isn't anything like that at all. She's the one that's constantly texting me and approaching me. Of course I would never cheat on you, Sarah. I could never do that to you. You are too important to me. I've always had my eyes on you since we were in middle school, Sarah. You're the most important person in my life, and you always will be. I had a crush on you for more than a decade before I finally managed to start dating you. I wouldn't do anything to risk ending this relationship with you.
Oh, Kenneth, you are making me blush now. I know that you're not cheating on me. I trust you completely. I also know that she's the one that's causing us all this trouble. She thinks that she's the one that's going to be marrying you for some reason.
Wait, she thinks that I'm gonna marry her? How did she end up coming to a conclusion like that? It doesn't make any sense. I just want you to know that you're the only person I have my eyes on. I was fuming inside when I watched you date other guys throughout middle school, high school, college. I just want you to know that there is no way I would ever cheat on you. It's just not possible at all.
Oh, Kenneth, you're so sweet. I feel so loved. I'm sorry that I even had to question you because of something that Megan said to me.
It's not like I had anything going on with Megan in the past either. I have no idea why she's making a misunderstanding like this. Also, she should know that I only have feelings for you too. I've talked to her in the past about you, actually. I asked her for some advice on how I would be able to make you fall in love with me. I think that clearly shows that I have feelings for you and not her.
Oh, so you've talked to her about something like that too? I have a strange feeling that she took that in the wrong way, though. I think she might have thought that you talking to her was a sign or something. She's really twisted, and she tends to twist stories into her liking. Maybe she thought that you were hitting on her or something.
You think so? Although I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, actually. She's that kind of person after all. Come to think of it, when we were really little, she was making me play house with her basically all the time. She made me play the role of her husband every single day, and she always started crying when I tried to leave. Maybe she's had an interest in me for a really long time.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. She's been even more crazier than usual recently, though.
I'm glad that we could talk about this now, though. It was a little awkward for me, too. She is your little sister, so it wasn't like I could completely ignore her. Should I say something to her, do you think? I don't really want to make her angry or upset. Who knows what she's gonna do?
Yeah, I think you should avoid contacting her. If you contact her, she'll probably get out of control again. She'll also interpret everything the way she wants as well. It's definitely gonna make things worse, I think. Would it be okay if I ask you not to reply to any of Megan's messages from now on? Actually, could you delete her contact altogether? I think that might be easier for you. I know that's a difficult ask, as you've known her for such a long time too, but I really think that this is the best thing to do for now.
It's okay. I think that this is the best move for now as well. Hopefully she'll realize that I'm not interested in her at all once she stops receiving messages from me completely.
I'm really sorry that she's putting you through all this trouble. It must have been difficult for you to deal with her constant messages and craziness.
I should be the one apologizing to you for not noticing how she feels towards me sooner. I should have handled it better. You and Megan are sisters, and we were all childhood friends. I really thought she only liked me like a big brother. I thought that she wanted my attention and wanted me to take care of her because we're like siblings. I guess I was completely wrong about that.
I thought the same way as you up till recently, but I've realized that even though she's family, she needs to be distanced. It's better if we keep some distance from Megan moving forward so she doesn't try to destroy our marriage. After we get married, we'll all be family, but let's just see her during the holidays and for special occasions. Let's keep a friendly distance from her.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan, actually. I'd rather avoid her causing trouble, especially before our wedding.
Thanks for being so understanding. Be careful going home.
Thanks, Sarah. Let me know if she causes you any more trouble, too.
Yeah, likewise. Tell me if she tries to do anything weird to you. I really hope that she doesn't make this into an even bigger problem. Hey, Megan! I can't believe you've done this! You need to delete your social media post right away and stop spreading false rumors to our local friends in our hometown. Everyone around us is really getting confused because of what you've done.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sarah. Please don't contact me if you don't have anything to say to me.
Oh, don't play dumb with me. You should know exactly what I'm talking about right now. You're spreading the word that I'm trying to steal Kenneth from you and force my way into marrying him? You're spreading false information like this online, aren't you? A lot of my friends and family have been contacting me to ask me what's happening. You're making it sound like I am an evil woman. Please stop this right now.
It's not false information at all. Everything that I've said is all the truth. You really are a very evil woman. I'm glad that everyone is finally starting to realize that fact. Kenny is going to be marrying me, and you know that. Stop making this difficult for all of us. Just give him back to me.
Kenneth told me there was nothing going on between you and him. All that happened was you invited yourself and visited him without his permission. That doesn't mean that you guys went on any dates. Also, you just bombarded him with messages? That doesn't mean you guys were dating or anything. You were just being a huge nuisance to him.
You're just saying that because you're really jealous of me. Oh yeah, those were very special dates for sure. He said he would cherish me and protect me forever. Those dates were the most romantic moments of my life. You can't just suddenly try to erase those precious memories.
He only said that he would protect you and cherish you forever when you guys were playing house as little kids. I also know that you made him say those lines back then. You really need to stop all this right now. You've managed to involve so many people in your stupid little lie now.
I am not making anything up. Stop accusing me of being a liar. Kenny is marrying me, and I know it. He is my boyfriend, and he loves only me. I am the better fit for him, as I'm way cuter than you. I know that he likes cute and younger girls. Give him back to me already. You're the one that needs to give up and stop already.
You should stop being so delusional and get a grip of yourself. You're completely in your own world right now. The undeniable fact is that you have never dated him in the past. The dates that you claim to have gone on with him was just you coming over without being invited. You forced him to hang out with you. You guys barely ever see each other, too. I live with him. It's very clear that I'm the one that's dating him.
Well, that's the reason why I haven't been able to see him much. It's not like I don't want to see him. I love to go on more dates with him if possible. I am just limiting myself right now because we have a long-distance relationship. Once we get married, we're going to be spending so much time together anyway. I have so many things planned for us. He's going to take me to Paris with him on a romantic vacation. Then we're going to go to Disneyland together and have dinner at a nice hotel restaurant by the seaside. We're also going to go on a backpacking trip across India, too. We're going to go discover our true selves together. I have an entire list of things planned once we get married.
What are you talking about? Do you still not understand what I'm trying to tell you? He's not dating you or getting married to you. Nothing that you have planned out is ever gonna happen.
Oh, just shut up already. I am the one that's going to be laughing at the end of this. I am the one that's going to kiss him at the altar. Also, you did something to his phone, didn't you? You must have taken it from him or something so that he couldn't contact me. Give it back to him right now so that I can talk to him.
I have no idea what you're going on about. I don't have his phone.
You know what I'm talking about. When I message Kenny, he doesn't even read them, let alone reply to me. You must have blocked my contact on his cell phone without him knowing, or taken his phone from him completely. You're such a controlling and twisted woman after all.
He didn't do anything like that at all. He's the one that decided to stop staying in contact with you. He's no longer replying to you because he decided to keep distance from you. He thinks that you're crazy, and he doesn't want you making any more misunderstandings.
That is not true. You've tricked him into thinking that, haven't you? You can't just get rid of what's inconvenient to you just like that. Stop trying to destroy my and Kenny's relationship.
Megan, you need to come to your senses and face the truth. You are putting Kenneth in a difficult spot by doing this too. If you're going to stay out of control like this, we won't invite you to your wedding either. Is that clear to you?
There's no need to invite me because there will be no wedding between you guys anyway. You're the one who's getting out of control. You're being delusional thinking that you're still gonna get married to him. You are splitting me and Kenny apart so that you can force your way into Kenny's life and steal him from me. If you plan on going ahead with this wedding, I have an idea too. I am not gonna hold back and let you do as you please.
An idea to stop our wedding? You better not try to do anything stupid. We've spent a lot of time and money preparing our dream wedding. It's going to be a very special day for the both of us. Don't you dare try to do anything stupid to ruin it.
I have an important duty to protect Kenny from you. I have to do what I have to do so that he won't fall into the hands of a villain like you, Sarah. Kenny is mine, and he's going to be mine forever. I'll do anything to prevent you from marrying Kenny. I won't let you hurt him. I have to protect him, as you know that I'm the girl that he really wants to be with.
I don't know what you plan on doing, but stop right now. You're just gonna make the situation even worse for yourself. Actions have consequences, and you're gonna be punished if you try to do anything stupid. If you ever do anything to make Kenneth sad, or anything to give him trouble, I won't forgive you. I am the one getting married to Kenneth. I am the one that he proposed to. You need to give up right now. You're all like a little sister to him, Megan. Do not disappoint him any more than you already have.
Good morning, Sarah. Big day today, isn't it? The weather is absolutely horrendous today. It's forecasted to stay like this for the rest of the day, too. It's like God is trying to stop you from having this wedding as it was never meant to actually happen in the first place.
Please be quiet. I'm busy, so don't talk to me if you don't have anything important to say. I'm leaving for the wedding venue right now. I'm busy getting ready, so if you're going to give me a hard time, it's gotta wait till later. Also, Mom and Dad are gonna be watching over you today at the wedding. Don't do anything stupid as you're gonna be stopped.
Don't do anything stupid? Like what? All I'm trying to do is to rescue a prince taken in hostage. I'll rescue him from a wicked witch, no matter what. I know for sure that he doesn't want this wedding to actually happen.
A prince? In hostage? A wicked witch? Are you being serious? You've really gone insane, haven't you? I've made sure to have some security keep watch on you too. I never should have allowed you to come in the first place.
Nobody is going to be able to stop me. I won't allow you to marry my boyfriend. It's definitely not going to happen. I've already completed my plan. There's no way you can get married now. I burned the pure white dress that you were planning to wear. It was never going to suit you in the first place anyway.
I'm not wearing a dress. I was never planning on wearing a white dress today either.
What are you talking about? You're just pretending to act strong, right? I know that you actually want to cry right now. Wait, are you really not wearing a dress? Wait! I am not falling for this lie. There was a pure white dress in the bride's dressing room at the wedding venue. The white dress that you were meant to wear, right?
The bride's dressing room? How did you get in there? Guests shouldn't be allowed to go inside that room.
I just snuck in there when there wasn't anyone else around. It was pretty easy for me to get inside.
So you went inside without any permission at all? And you said you burned a dress as well? Oh my God, what have you done? I am not wearing a wedding dress, so it must have been someone else's. I'm wearing an ethnic outfit for the wedding. I only have a colored dress to change into after my ceremony. Whose wedding dress was it that you burned?
How the heck do I know? You're just playing a trick on me, right? It was meant to be your dress. I just burned a white dress that was on the bride's room. That's all I did. And what do you mean you're not wearing a wedding dress? It's a wedding. Surely you must wear a dress for it.
I'm only wearing a colored evening dress at the reception. For the ceremony, I'm wearing an ethnic costume that I picked out. Not everyone gets married in a white wedding dress, you know?
What in the world? Are you really wearing an ethnic costume for your wedding? Then what does that mean I've done?
You know that Kenneth has always been interested in different cultures and ethnicities, right? I've always shared similar interests as him when I was young. That's why we decided that we'd get married in some unusual clothing. He used to put on plays as soldiers from different countries. You know that too, right?
Yeah, but I never would have expected you guys to wear weird stuff on your wedding day. So, the ethnic costume is what you're wearing?
Oh, who knows what you've done. The fact that you didn't even know this shows that you're never gonna be marrying him anyway. You better go and explain what has happened to the wedding venue staff immediately. You're gonna be in so much trouble for this.
Wait, so whose dress was it? The one that burned to ashes? There's no way I'm gonna go hand myself in. That would be such a stupid thing to do. You're the one that tricked me into doing this. It's all your fault. I thought that it was your dress that I was burning.
The venue we're using has us and another couple booked for today, so... Did you go to the other bride's dressing room, perhaps? OMG, what have you done, Megan? You didn't even check for the name on the door? Weren't you paying any attention at all? Also, why in the world are you trying to blame this on me? Even if it were my dress that you burned down, that would still be a terrible thing to do.
I thought you were the only one getting married today. How the heck was I meant to know that there were other people getting married?
Tell the staff at the venue right away that you burned the dress. They need to know about this as soon as possible. What have you done? You've ruined another bride's dress completely.
It's all your fault. I didn't do anything wrong because I had no idea about any of this. It's all your fault, Sarah. You made me do this.
You did it yourself. How the heck can you blame me? You burned down someone's wedding dress intentionally.
This wouldn't have happened if you didn't steal Kenny from me in the first place. That's the reason why we're even in this situation right now.
Oh, shut up already. Enough, Megan. Drop this nonsense right now. Kenneth is marrying me. Me! Make no mistake about it. He has been in love with me ever since we were in middle school. He has loved me all these years, Megan. You're just like a little sister to Kenneth. We are childhood friends. That's all the feelings he has for you, Megan. You're not a kid anymore. Stop playing house already. The playtime is over. If you keep acting up like this, we're both gonna cut you out of our lives completely.
But Kenny took me out on so many dates. He is so sweet to me. He always listened to me, and he gave me whatever I wanted. He loves me so much that I can't be sure about. There's just no way that I can give up on him. I'm not gonna lose out on him no matter what.
He gave you what you wanted when we were kids because you didn't listen to anyone when you were a kid. You always had to have your way with everything. So he had given up on reasoning with you a long time ago. It was no use trying to fight you or reason with you. You just don't listen to any of us after all. You don't know how many times I had to give up on my favorite toys because you never stopped crying till you got what you wanted. You demanded everything and you didn't take no for an answer. You just clung on to them and never let go. As far as those dates, you only invited yourself and took him around as you pleased. Kenneth had no choice but to go along with it. He really doesn't love you or have any romantic feelings toward you at all.
Kenny is mine. He belongs to me. I've loved him since I was a tiny little girl, and he's loved me for just as long. Stop trying to take away what's mine.
Has Kenneth ever told you that he loved you? Can't you see that it's your imagination? Or did he ever ask you out? Did he ever initiate it himself? It was always you, wasn't it? You just showed up at his doorstep every single time. Did he ever discuss marriage with you once when we were grown up? You know, as adults? No, he hasn't. We're all adults now. Things are different to back then. You can't just have everything that you want. It doesn't work like that anymore.
Oh, he's never said those words to me exactly, but he's a man. And men are like that, right? They don't talk that much. I can still feel that he loves me and cares for me, even though he doesn't say those things out loud.
Kenneth isn't like that at all. He is very forward and honest in expressing his love to me. He tells me how he feels about me almost every day. He doesn't ever hold back. He even embarrasses me sometimes by how straightforward he is. If he hasn't expressed his love toward you, then it means that he doesn't love you.
What? You're just making this up as you speak. I don't believe you at all.
I am not making anything up. I am the one who's marrying him. This is a fact that nobody can change. Not you, not anyone. Your playing house was over way back in preschool. Now, grow up and go apologize for what you've done. It's time you look at reality. Stop being delusional already. You got out of control and burned someone else's dress. Do you realize just how awful that is? You've ruined somebody's precious day. You need to take responsibility for your actions no matter what. You need to make it up to them. Moving forward, Kenneth and I plan to have as little to do with you as possible. Please don't come visiting us without our permission ever again.
So now you guys are just gonna cut me out? This is so unfair. What did I ever do to deserve this kind of treatment? It's just not fair at all. Also, the other people aren't gonna find out about this. I'll be long gone before they have their wedding. They're probably having their ceremony after your one, right?
Actually, I think they have multiple wedding halls at this venue. I'm pretty sure they're going to be having their wedding at the same time as ours. The bride and groom should be arriving at the venue just around now. Tell the staff members. Hurry. Find them and tell them. The wedding dress is for her wedding ceremony if it's the white one, so it's the dress she needs to put on first. She would need it right away. Don't ever even think of running away from there. Tell them what you did. You need to take responsibility for what you've done. You're an adult now. Don't cause any more trouble to anyone else. You stay there and take care of it. Do you understand? If not, I'm going to have to report you to the wedding venue staff myself.
Why does it have to end up like this? This was not my intention at all. I can't believe it. I better get out of here before people start finding out what happened. You better not tell anyone about this at all. Also, you better leave Kenny alone as well. He's mine! Help me. Sis, I need your help. You need to pick up the phone right now. I am in so much trouble and I need you to do something about it. Dad told me that the police came to their house. They were looking for me. He is so mad at me and is asking where I am. I can't tell him. What do I do? He was shouting and screaming at me over the phone. I am so scared.
Well, the dress you burned was custom made, with expensive material and embellishments, and it turns out that it cost $25,000 in total to make. Of course, the bride got super upset and reported it to the police. That's understandable. Not only did you destroy and ruin their dress, you also ruined their dream wedding ceremony. I heard that their ceremony didn't go according to plan at all, as the bride was crying and didn't have anything to wear. They didn't get nice photos like they had planned, and the whole ceremony had to be carried out in a terrible mood.
$25,000? Really? For just a wedding dress? Unbelievable. That's such a waste of money for something like that. I can't believe they reported me to the police over this.
It's one of the biggest events of their lives. I can totally see people spending that much. The damage that you caused them is way more than that figure, too. You ruined their wedding day, for goddamn sake. You better be ready to pay them back when they sue you for all of this. Thanks to you running away from the scene that day, we ended up having to apologize profusely to the other couple and their families. So you made the day really difficult for us, too. They were really nice and understanding, and after I explained the situation to them, they said it was only your doing, so you were to blame. And they didn't pursue it any further or tell us to take the responsibility or anything. They didn't say anything like that, which was nice. However, they did tell us that they were not going to have any mercy towards you. I'm happy that they ended up managing to go through with their wedding, though. The groom managed to cheer up the bride, and they ended up having a great wedding, regardless of what you did.
So, you're telling me that they even managed to have the wedding, but they're still reporting me to the police? Oh my god, everyone is completely overreacting about all of this.
No, it's not overreacting. Far from it. You deserve to be arrested by the police for what you did, and you also need to pay the couple back for all the damages that you caused. You burned a super expensive wedding dress and ran off. Do you not realize just how horrible that is? It's a real crime, and you've got to pay the consequences of your actions.
What's gonna happen to me now then? Do I go to jail over something like this?
Well, you will be arrested, and you probably will be sued in civil court for damages and emotional pain and stuff. So you will need to serve for your crime. You will have to pay them back for the damage. The amount that you're going to have to pay back is going to be way more than $25,000, especially if you don't hire a lawyer to help you out.
But I didn't mean for things to end up like this. I also have no idea about any of this. I don't have the money to hire a lawyer or anything. I also know nothing about this stuff. Where do I even start?
The bride and groom are really nice people. They're very patient and understanding, and the staff members tried really hard for them, so luckily they were able to secure another custom-made dress right away. So she rented it and wore it at her wedding, thankfully. If you go apologize to them directly right now and show them how sorry you are, they might go a little bit easy on you, but still you burned a dress that she hand-selected and she had designed to her liking in every detail. So you better embrace the consequences regardless of the decision that they make. What you have destroyed is tremendous. You know, not just financially, but emotionally too, which is understandable. This is a wedding dress we're talking about. It was a moment that they were going to treasure forever, you know? Now that moment is gone because of what you did.
Please help me, sis. I need you to help, please. What do I do? As I told you earlier, I know nothing about this stuff. I need you to start off by helping me find and pay for a lawyer.
I told you from now on, Kenneth and I will only have the minimal contact with you. There's absolutely no way I'm getting caught up in any of your mess.
Well, this is the necessary minimum. I really could do with your help right now. Also, I have done nothing wrong this time. It's not my fault, so I should be getting some help.
What are you talking about? This is 100% your fault. You should handle it yourself. You got yourself into this mess. The more you run away, the more harsh your punishment will be. So yeah, I'd start by making an apology first and turning yourself into the police. That's the best thing that you can do in the situation you're in. That is all I can tell you.
I only work part-time, though. I don't make that much money. There is no way I can pay for a $25,000 dress. That's outrageous. I also can't hire a lawyer or anything.
What are you talking about? There is no way it's $25,000.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Hold on a minute. I knew it. How could it be, right? How could a single dress cost $25,000, right? I thought it sounded ridiculous. There's no way it's actually that much. I owe them a lot less than that, right? That's what you're about to say.
That is not what I was about to say at all. You better expect to pay more for this. More like $70,000 total? Easily, if not more.
$70,000? What in the world are you talking about? That is such a ridiculous amount of money. Why in the world would the total come out to some ridiculous number like that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
That is the cost for the custom-made dress and for the emotional pain and suffering you caused. Think about it. You nearly destroyed their wedding, which was supposed to be the best day of their lives. The fire you caused also damaged some of the venue and other items in the room. You also ran away without handing yourself in, and it's been 3 days already. So you will be looking at some amount like that in total. That is the conservative estimate, too. I'd expect to pay a lot more if I were you.
Wait, I can't. I don't see any way I could ever pay that much. I can never pay for some big amount like that. Seriously, where am I going to get that kind of money? Why am I getting punished this much over just a wedding dress?
It means that wedding dresses carry that much importance, you know? Weddings are sacred and precious. In case you didn't know. For God's sake, you're not a kid anymore. You are a grown woman, and you single-handedly managed to ruin someone else's wedding because of your delusions and selfishness. The least you can do is to be punished properly. You get what you deserve. None of this would have happened if you had just accepted the fact that Kenneth was never interested in you.
Well, let me contact Kenny. He will surely want to help me out. He will help me for sure. I know it. He's going to marry me instead of you, and he's going to save me from this mess. He is my prince, and he's going to pay for all of this.
By the way, I have a message from Kenneth for you. He told me that he never wants to see or talk to you for the rest of his life. He was disgusted by your actions over the past few days. He said that he's blocking your number and that he's going to report you to the police if you ever try to approach him. That's what he said. He wanted me to relay the message to you. So, is that clear to you now? You're not allowed to contact or approach him anymore. If you do, you're going to get into even more trouble.
You're lying. He would never cut me off like that. He loves me. He's my prince. And I really need him to come save me right now.
Okay, I'm done talking to you. I've wasted enough time already. You need to excuse me, but I have to get ready for my honeymoon. We're leaving this weekend. I'm really busy, so you just give up, Megan, and go to the police and turn yourself in. This is my last piece of advice for you. And also, just in case you hadn't heard this yet, Mom and Dad won't help you either, Megan. They are appalled at what you did, as much as Kenneth and I are. And they said that they're going to kick you out of the house, too. So you take responsibility for what you've done on your own. There's nobody that's going to be on your side anymore.
Wait, are you saying that I will have to live on my own from now on? By myself? Without anyone helping me? I can't do that. Mom and Dad aren't really gonna kick me out, are they?
You are a grown-up. You speak English. You can find a job. You can be on your own. No reason why you can't. You will make it somehow. Now grow up and start taking responsibility for your actions. You need to apologize and do the very best you can do to make it up to the bride and groom. Do you understand? Well, goodbye then. Take care of yourself, Megan. This is the last time we ever talk.
Wait, sis, please, wait. Please help me. I need you to help me. I can't do this all by myself. I do regret burning the dress. I'll also say sorry for what I did, so please don't leave me all by myself. That's all I ask of you. I can't live on my own. Please, help. Someone just tell me what to do so that you'll forgive me, please.
We heard that Megan got arrested and got sued in a civil court as well. That was expected. However, what happened after that was beyond what any of us expected. Megan ended up owing close to $70,000 for what she had done. She had no way of repaying that money, so she started off by borrowing some money from a very sketchy group of people. Megan paid off all the money that she owed to the bride and the wedding venue. However, it all started to go downhill for her from there. The group of people that she had borrowed the money from were criminals, and they repeatedly approached her asking her to pay back the money with ridiculous interest rates. They threatened and shouted at her to give the money back, but she didn't have the money, so they decided to use her to help out with their crimes. She was used by the group as a disposable member. She was forced to do a lot of the dirty work of the group. Her main job was to dispose of the evidence for the group after a crime. One day, the group suddenly handed her a suitcase and told her to dispose of it. It smelled really bad, but they wouldn't tell her what was inside. All they did was tell her to go throw it in the ocean somewhere far away. After they left her with the suitcase, she took a peek inside as she was curious, and she found a corpse of someone. That was the moment when she finally snapped and she realized that she could no longer take this kind of life anymore. She immediately turned herself into the police and was arrested and questioned. She ended up being sentenced for 10 years in prison for assisting various crimes. I can't believe that she ruined her life completely. She really was a lot crazier than I thought.
Oh my God, Robert. I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't want to go to work anymore. It's too much. I can't take it. Every time I think about the long drive to work waiting for me tomorrow, I just want to hurl. I can't stand thinking about it. It's to the point I don't want tomorrow to come. I don't want to go to sleep tonight. What am I going to do? I can't keep doing this.
Hey, Anna, welcome back. I know you must have been working hard today. But I see, yeah, it really feels like you're at your limit there. How about quitting your job after all? We talked about it last time, didn't we? Since it's not the first time that this job has been getting you like this, it might be for the best, at least until you get back on your feet. You can take your time in finding another job to make sure it's the right one for you this time.
Yeah, and I really want to. But if I don't have a job, then I can't pay for rent or my living expenses, and I can't buy the stuff I want without money. We live in a society...
Yeah, about that. How about you come and live with me at my place?
Really? Are you fine with that?
To be honest, I can't bear to keep watching you suffer like this when there's something I can do to help. And if you don't have a place to go, then you can stay with me. I can handle the rent and stuff on my own, even if you can't work for a while.
Thanks so much. That'd be such a great help. You're the best boyfriend I could ever ask for. I'm so glad we're together.
Right back at you. I'm glad I have the privilege to be your boyfriend. I'm always grateful to you for all you do.
I love you. Now that's decided, I'll write up my letter of resignation to hand in to my boss and start preparing to move in, all right?
Sounds good.
Guess what? I quit my job today.
Huh? Wait, what? Already? That was fast.
Yep. I'm probably not going to see any of them ever again, so I really let them have it. and I didn't hold back. I told them off for all of their power tripping and guilting me into doing the things they want, and I quit on the spot, just like that.
Wow.
By the way, I think my stuff should be arriving at your place really soon, just to let you know.
Roger that. Oh man, I wonder if it's all gonna fit though. My apartment is a little cramped.
Don't worry, I planned ahead. I downsized to only my most important items and sent the rest of my stuff to my parents.
Whoa, you are 2 steps ahead of me, as expected of you. You really work fast. You did all of this in one day?
A large part of it is thanks to my friend. She helped me out a bunch. I wouldn't have been able to do it without her.
She's a keeper for sure. Good friends like that are hard to come by.
She's 1 in a million. Anyway, I know you're still out, but I'm gonna head on home first.
All right.
I'll be waiting for you with dinner ready on the table. Look forward to it.
Hey, Anna. Are you not gonna work anymore?
Yeah, about that. My last job was so rough on my mental state. I just can't find it in me to want to work. I've tried to update my resume and look at a few job sites, but I just couldn't do anything but stare at them and log off.
Oof, I see. Seems like you've still got a lot of recovering to do. Oh, sorry about that. I might have been a bit inconsiderate there. I should have figured. It's only been a week after all.
No, not at all. But I've made up my mind that rather than working, I should take over the housekeeping from now on.
What?
I mean, I thought it made sense. I've never liked working from the start, and I hate being bossed around by other people more than anything else. I hate being told what to do. But I love keeping up with household chores. I love cooking and doing laundry, and I love you more than anything. So I want to do my best to help make your life easier. Is that all right with you? I know this kind of relationship is hard to find these days, but I'd love it if it's something we could do.
No, that makes me really happy to hear, thank you. I really hate doing the household chores and I'm always slacking on them, so if you can do them while I'm gone at work, I'd be totally grateful. It would be a huge help. And I love you, so that's a big plus.
Yay! I'm gonna work my hardest to be the best girlfriend you've ever had.
Hey, Anna, do you have a second? I think we need to talk.
What is it? You can tell me anything and I'll hear you out.
Have you been using my credit card? Like, a lot?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, that credit card I gave you is actually maxed out now. I tried to pay for this month's rent, but it wouldn't go through. That's how I realized.
What? Really? That's news to me.
Yeah, I got a notice about it in my inbox, so I don't think there's been a mistake. How much have you been spending?
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track. I just bought whatever I thought I needed without thinking much of it. Maybe that's why that happened. Oops, I had no idea.
I kind of hate to say this, especially since it's not like I gave you any restrictions with that card, but I would like you to show some more restraint with your spending. I won't ask about what you've been buying, but spending $3,000 in 1 month is kind of not sustainable for me.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry for troubling you.
Thanks. Man, you might have been right about her, Tom. It could be exactly as you said.
Huh? What's up? You seem kinda serious.
I might have spoiled Anna way too much.
Oh boy, you guys got issues already? That was fast. You've only been living together for a month. What happened?
Well, she quit her job right before she moved in with me and decided that she wouldn't be working anymore. Because of that, we agreed to let her be in charge of the household chores, and so naturally, I gave her my card so she could do the stuff she needed to do. I trusted her with it.
Are we talking debit or credit?
Credit. And before I knew it, she'd already spent $3,000. She maxed out my card, and I only found out through a notice sent to me through my email, letting me know that my payment for this month's rent couldn't go through.
Seriously?
Because of that, I had to transfer the funds through my bank directly to my landlord.
What on earth was she spending $3,000 on in 1 month? Like, how does anyone do that? That is insane.
I have no idea. I want to believe she was spending it on important things, but I know that probably hasn't been the case. She's probably been spending the money on clothes and stuff, unfortunately. Either way, I didn't ask, so I can't know for sure. But when she was still working, she didn't have a single penny in her savings account, so I think that she's the type to buy what she wants immediately without restraint. Back then, it was her money, so there weren't any problems, but now she is using my money, so...
Wait, hold on. How old is Anna?
She's turning 24 this year, same as us.
Seriously? Wow.
I loved her, and I was hoping to marry her in the future and all. But if this is a taste of how she's going to be spending our money in the future, it really does make me have some second thoughts.
You better be, because it seems like she might be the death of you. If I were you, I'd break up with her on the spot before she could mess with my life any further.
Yeah, I guess that is a pretty normal response. Most people probably would. I guess that means I'm not like most people then.
Is she at least doing the household chores? That might be her one saving grace.
Nope. I mean, she did it for the first week of her living here, but she's basically stopped altogether.
Huh?
She's been taking it for granted that I'm willing to do some chores around the house too, and now I think I'm doing most of it.
Then, if she's not doing the stuff you agreed she should be doing, then what is she doing instead?
Let's see, probably watching Netflix and stuff like that. She's been super into K-dramas recently, and she's been binging them nonstop. I often catch her late at night watching them. I've wanted to watch some stuff of my own, like the WBC, but she's basically taken over the TV completely. It's more or less hers now.
Yikes.
I know. I don't know what is wrong with me.
I don't know what's wrong with you either. I've been hearing a lot about her from you, and based on that alone, she sounds like she's major bad news. Why have you even been dating her?
Well, I mean, I love her. Why else? That's why you should be dating anyone.
Is she cute?
Definitely.
Oof, that is how they get you. Who does she look like? You got any pics?
I don't know. I think she gets told a lot that she looks like Emma Watson or Carrie Lewis. I guess I can't see the resemblance.
Oh man, that probably means she's a real beauty. Where did you find her?
A dating app.
And she didn't ghost you? Guys with high income really are a different breed, huh? I can't snag a catch at all.
Nah, don't say that.
But she was probably attracted to that, wasn't she?
I've never asked her why she swiped right, but it is possible.
Doesn't that bother you? What if it's true? That means she might not even like you for you.
No, not really. It doesn't bother me that much. I can't really be mad if her reason is a little shallow. I mean, I began dating her because she had a pretty face. People would say that's a shallow reason too. It's all about the inside, and don't judge a book by its cover, right? I personally don't think there's a problem if you do date based on that, though. Besides, I didn't really have any problems with her up until this point. It's just now she's been getting really reckless with her spending, so I guess that's one problem I have with her now.
You know, one of my coworkers married a girl he thought was nice, but after they became a wedded couple, her behavior did a complete 180. Because of that, the two got a divorce.
For real? How did she change?
She stopped doing the household chores, and she'd do stuff like take trips to Italy and go on shopping sprees.
Yikes, poor guy.
Take that as a cautionary tale. Be careful, man. Don't end up like him. If you need to end things, end them before you're in too deep.
Yeah, I think I'm already getting a free trial of the same pain he must have went through.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't keep dragging my feet about this forever. I'm gonna go home for a bit and have a talk with her.
That's for the best. You definitely should.
Thanks for hearing me out, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. It was fun.
I'm not your little soap opera.
I can't accept this after all. Listen, I'm not a slave. Got it? I'm my own person and I have my own needs.
Huh? What's wrong?
I mean, sure, I might have gone a little too far with my spending. I'll admit as much. But that doesn't mean you should get to coop me up in this house. I think it's wrong. Come on, let me blow off some steam at least a little.
I told you yesterday too, but spending $3,000 just to blow off a little steam is overdoing it.
Still, I think you shouldn't have revoked my credit card. It's not right.
I've just restricted it because you were spending too much. And it's not like I'm not letting you have any money. I'm giving you an allowance, so you shouldn't have any problems with that.
$500 is not enough. What can you even do with that? You're practically giving me pennies.
Well, you never know. Try and get by with that for now.
I'm supposed to buy food with this money too, right? That means I'll hardly have any left to spend for myself. Look, you make like $60,000 a year. Don't be so stingy. You can afford to give me way more than this.
If it really isn't enough, I'll give you more money. It's just for now. I want to see how giving you $500 is going to work out. I really didn't want to have to do this. I wanted to trust you, but after you went off and spent $3,000 in a month, I can't for now.
If you were poor, I'd understand your issue. It wouldn't be fair of me to be trying to suck you dry when you don't have the money. But you do have the money, so what's the problem? It's so weird that you can sleep with yourself at night knowing you're making me live an impoverished lifestyle on a measly allowance while you get to live it up doing whatever you want. I mean, you're going to drinking parties at your company and going out to fancy high-end restaurants and having lavish dinners.
I'd hardly consider the food I get lavish.
But it is. You've been getting a little fat around the stomach recently. That means whatever you've been eating must be super good.
What's that got to do with anything?
It has everything to do with it. I'm doing everything I can to stay youthful and pretty for you. And yet you've been eating whatever you want and not letting me have anything in return for the hard work I've been doing. You don't even appreciate me. God, I'm so disappointed. You've really let me down. I didn't know this was the kind of man you were. If you're gonna treat me like this, then I'll break up with you. Don't test me.
Why the hell would you do that?
Why wouldn't I? You should break up with anyone who refuses to treat you right. And if I keep living like this, I'll be a slave to you more than your girlfriend. If you don't want to break up, then let me have your credit card just like you did before.
Then please do the household chores at the very least.
Excuse me?
If you do the laundry, cook, and clean the house, I'll reconsider revoking my credit card.
So you're gonna try and exert control over me again, like a slave. Who do you think you are? A prince? Who put you on your high horse? Anyway, I won't be doing any of that. We can't get everything we want in life. I'm letting you have the privilege of dating me, so treat me like the princess I am a little more. Is that so wrong?
Anna, did you steal my credit card?
I didn't steal it.
So what, it magically disappeared from my wallet then?
Don't be dramatic. I'm just borrowing it.
No need to sugarcoat it. You stole it. That's theft.
Excuse me, you got that wrong. Don't treat me like I'm a criminal who broke into your house or something. I'm supposed to be your girlfriend. It's my right.
I canceled my credit card.
Say what?
It's probably gonna make things a lot more inconvenient for me, but I've made it so you can't use that credit card anymore.
What the hell did you go and do that for?
I just took some countermeasures to prevent you from using it, since I expected something like this would happen.
I can't believe you treat me like this. You want to break up? Is that it?
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Wait, what?
Ever since we began living together, I feel like you've really been showing your true colors to me. I thought I loved you, but if this is how you really are, I don't think I want anything to do with you anymore. I thought about how you've been acting and how our future together might look, and I determined that you're way too reckless with your spending. So, please break up with me.
No way! I can't do that! Where am I gonna live then?
I don't know, sorry.
No, I can't! There's no way! We can't break up!
Please?
No, I won't let you go. Not ever. I don't want to break up. What do you think you're doing? You really went and called my parents, you coward! You're playing dirty. What did they have to do with anything?
Look, what else was I supposed to do? You just won't leave. I had to take matters into my own hands.
They got so mad at me. They yelled at me about how I used your credit card, and even over things that aren't 100% true.
All I did was tell them the cold, hard truth. They were gonna come by sometime today, so pack your stuff so that you can go with them as soon as possible.
I don't want to. I don't want to go back to my parents' house. Come on, please, I'm begging you. Think things over. This is all wrong.
Oh my god, dude, you're a total lifesaver. I don't know what I would have done without you.
How did it go? Did it all turn out all right in the end?
It did. Anna was a real piece of work, but her parents at least were sane human beings. Her dad even paid me back for the money she spent.
Whoa, that is awesome. Did you manage to drag her out of the house too?
Well, they sure did, and now she's basically confined to their house.
You gotta watch out, man. She might come back with a vengeance.
Oof, yeah. I changed the locks, but I'm still pretty worried.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Even when her parents came to pick her up, she was clinging to the doorframe like no tomorrow.
Oh my god, that sounds like it's straight out of a horror movie.
I think it's gonna be a while before I date anyone again. Maybe it's a blessing you haven't had any luck on the dating apps.
At least it's all over.
I'm pregnant, and of course it's yours. We never got married back when we were still together, but now we're about to have a child. As a proper adult, you need to take responsibility.
Congrats on your pregnancy.
Thank you. So you're gonna be taking responsibility?
Before that, let me confirm something.
What? Oh, let me guess. You want to know the gender? It's way too early to tell, but I'm hoping for a girl, personally.
No, it's not that. How far along are you?
Well, I'm not sure, but at least 1 month has definitely passed. It's my first pregnancy, so there's a lot I'm still nervous about. So I want us to get back together. I need your support. Great. Glad that's decided. I'll come over today.
That's weird, but we broke up 3 months ago and we haven't seen each other even once. So how exactly are you gonna try to convince me that it's mine? Because it doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about? We met plenty of times. And we were totally lovey-dovey too.
No, we haven't. Are you trying to rewrite my memory or something?
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth, so stop playing dumb.
I mean, I've been overseas for the past 3 months for a business trip, so there's no way we could have met up even once.
Huh?
No matter how much we were supposedly lovey-dovey with each other, it's kind of impossible for me to have gotten you pregnant when I've been across the ocean from you this entire time.
Don't lie to me. We have seen each other.
You can contact my company if you don't believe me, because I'm on a business trip and I have been for the past 3 months. If you're gonna lie to me, at least put more effort into it.
I love you. Please do things over with me.
Of course I won't. Besides, your pregnancy is probably a lie too.
No, that part is real.
Excuse me?
I was in such a huge shock after we broke up that I started fooling around with a bunch of other guys. I'm sure the actual father is somewhere among them, but I can't get in contact with any of them. But then I realized that you're the one for me. You're who I actually love more than anyone else. We've had our rough spots, and there's a lot I need to apologize for. I've really wronged you, and I admit that. But we're gonna become a married couple, so let's be forgiving of each other.
If you're gonna be this persistent, I won't hesitate to get a lawyer involved.
Please don't say that. My child needs a father. Please, I need you to fill that role.
Bye-bye, hope we never meet again.
I love you.
I hate you. After that, I contacted her parents at once, and they prevented her from taking any action against me. It seems that it's true that she had some kind of mental break after we broke up. And to fill the void in her heart that I left, she picked up that dating app again and started fooling around with tons of men. In the end, she gave birth to that child even without knowing who the father is, and she's been raising him at her parents' house. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that that kid wound up a boy. Maybe she can find some happiness in her new life anyway. Thanks for watching. Today's episode is based off of something that actually happened to a friend of the writer's. When he got a message from his ex that his child had been born, he really panicked. But after realizing that it's been a while since the last time that they've seen each other, he calmed down, realizing there's no way that child could be his. But it taught him a valuable lesson. It's understandable to want to jump into a marriage as soon as possible, but at least live together first before making that kind of a decision. You might realize their true colors. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.